One last number to throw at you. Odoamne Shen, 24 wins, 9 losses here in the LEC. Is it enough to overcome the death ball, the team fight that Schalke put forward?
Well, Rogue's win conditions are quite simple. They've got double global and illusion, which is going to play over side lane, and they've got the Rakan for team fight. So they can team fight a little bit here, but they're here to dominate the lane phase because they've counter-picked almost every role and blind-picked one of the strongest mids. Whereas Schalke, on the other hand, also have a split push comp. If the Camille's ahead, it beats the Lucian. If the Lucian's ahead, it beats the Camille.
And that's going to be pretty problematic here for Gilius inside of this early game, especially if you pass towards topside. That's a lot of time spent over around there.
That's a lot of damage down to Hans Summer as well. Neon looking for the final order attacks, can't quite get them. Talked earlier about the power of Rel if you can get enemies in those sort of choke points. We saw it exactly there.
Yeah, I mean, the 2v2
in the Schalke blue side, but Gilius is still pushing.
He has
forward
smite
here.
advantage, so Inspired's going to be able to pick this one up, take some damage on the way out here, but now map should likely be split, but yeah, Larssen on the way.
Yeah, where's Gilius going to go here? Like, he has to flash away. Larsen's still chasing. Limit's working his way up from the bottom lane as well. Gilius going to EQ across the wall. Larssen dashing forward as well. Limit is here for a little bit of protection. Trimby isn't going to go in. Limit looking for the damage onto Trimby. Flash, attract, repel, and Trimby goes down. First blood to Limit. Hans Summer chased away as well. As you can see, Gilius going in. Hans Summer has to flash, and Ender is the perfect time to ask, are Schalke the best team in the LEC? Yes or no? Tell us. They beat G2 last week. They're beating Rogue now. Answer yes or no.
No, actually, Medic, so I changed things up a little bit. I wanted to experiment with this to increase interaction.
Is ahead in the mid lane. Neon, because of that early kill, because of the early pressure, is now ahead in the bottom lane. And Inspired is trying to come and join his bottom lane just to try and give him a little bit more pressure. Neon with the stun, still taken out underneath the turret, and Limit will just walk his way back underneath the tower, but this is a couple of plates in a big way. And also, I really like this Rakan pick from Rogue. I think the Shen last really rounds out their composition because Rakan Xayah, if they'd just been that as the shockwave goes down here in the middle lane, you can see Limit still on the chase. Stand United coming out onto Larssen. One more auto attack would be enough. Odoamne's teleport is stopped, and Abbedagge flashes in for the kill. Here's the Weaver's wall in the top lane as Broken Blade tries to flash away. Diving back in, uses the wall, dives onto Odoamne, but is knocked back from the final auto. And Broken Blade with no mana and no hope of getting away.
No mana on Inspired either.
Chasing him down. You say that, Ender. Gilius is on his way. Broken Blade, one auto, it's dead! Gilius slams down with the power of the sun, of the earth, in fact, as he takes the kill. Power of Toph. That was the word I was going for.
That's the one? I don't even know what
Avatar.
that means.
She's the earthbender from Avatar. Gilius will be able to get this Rift Herald as well. 9 minutes in means we have plenty of time to put that down and get some plates. Wonder where they're going to funnel it. Of course, the
on the Mountain Drake at the same time Rel is going to be recalling. This will not be contested.
Yeah, in the end, it's a Dragon for Herald / pressure trade that we've seen so many times throughout the LEC. Usually Rogue are actually on the other side of it.
I thought there was going to be a gank to come around as well, but instead just going to drop it in here, help Abbedagge pick up a couple of turret plates. Odoamne had moved around as well as Trimby, but again, that Herald is just going to charge forward. Schalke aren't going to stick around too much further. Once again, Inspired sneaking in to this bottom lane. This is actually something he loved to do. I remember back just last year, going to the side lane, these lane ganks. Here we go.
Quickness coming out from Trimby, and the knockback, seismic shove. The Limit will be able just to flash behind Neon. Was a flash burnt there, nothing burnt on the side of Rogue. You cry for them.
Dude, you gotta get over it. You gotta get over here. Trimby's making a play.
He is as Gilius jumps in. The quickness coming out. Trimby trying to get away, but there's the Cataclysm. Gilius has to flash away, and Hans Summer puts the feathers in the back. The Shockwave finds 2, though, as Hans Summer uses the Feather Storm to try and get away. It's a 5v4 brawl now in the bottom lane. As you can see, Neon unable to get anywhere near this fight. Was farming underneath the tower. Rogue forced away.
Yeah, Schalke really hoping
this route he can. Hugging that wall. Neon looking for the steal here. Isn't going to be able to get anything across the wall. And you can see Rogue actually, they were forced away and then they just walk back into the river. Larssen walk back into the mid lane. Schalke now diving in, but Rogue have had enough time to reset. Inspire's coming in with Weaver's wall. There's the seismic shove, and Broken Blade, even with the Hexag Ultimatum, has to flash away. Odoamne now dived on by Gilius, who's low as well. Takes 2 tower shots, uses the Gore Drinker, but a shot to the back from Larssen will take his life.
Ooh.
And Ender, I think we are starting
for a long time. Odo's just been chilling topside, letting Broken Blade push into him, and he's completely happy to do that. But even this Herald take is, of course, going to be a cross-map trade because that bot lane tower is going to go down, so that will just result in a net neutral at the end of the day. But is it even? Because with all this bot side vision in the jungle for Rogue, they may be able to steal.
Empowered recall that you get as one of the lovers duo. Rift Herald coming down in the top lane. Broken Blade takes a bit of a bad trade as Gilius is trying to push in.
The party bus is on the way, though, for Rogue. Larssen already on rotation. Inspired does have the Weaver's Wall to get in here. Tower's going down low, but I think they're looking for a fight. Good taunt.
They definitely are. Weaver's Wall coming out. Broken Blade trying to escape. Rift Herald taken, and although Rogue were looking for a fight, they really cared more about pushing Schalke away from taking the tower.
Yeah, they really sucker punched those minions. Gilius Broken Blade thinking about jumping on Larssen, but they're going to knock you back if you time that right with a minion here. So again, it will be a turret trade once more, and if we actually look back to it, the Rift Herald that was taken by Gilius was supposed to net a turret in exchange for that bot lane one, but it didn't. It just got a lot of damage, so we're
The choke is so difficult against the Taliyah and against the Rakan because you just get locked down.
Yeah, and you're going to have to track Broken Blade's flank in this one. I think Odo's doing a great job of trying to push him away, but he might be caught himself. Neon goes in.
Inspire's going to get dived on. Neon dives all the way onto the back line as the Cataclysm comes out, the quickness, and you can see Trimby trying to dive onto the back line as the Shockwave hits two. odoamne's low as well. Broken Blade still alive. Limit going down, ticking away. Neon going down as well. Hansama with the Feather Storm trying to do what he can. Abbedagge still alive on the back line as the Attract Repel has been procced onto him. Hansama flashes in. Broken Blade immediately dives onto him, and that was too greedy. That was too deep. Hansama as Rogue try and clear up the dragon at the end of the fight.
Hansama jumped in way too soon because Odo had actually based. He wanted to TP back into the minion wave and bot lane and get that flank off, and if he had time to do that, it would have been absolutely nuts. It's still the Drake. At the end of the day, you can see the CC from Arel. You flash into Arel, she's going to make sure you never walk again.
W, lowest number.
Poor guy. He just can't catch a break, man.
Gilius, God of Java.
Whoa.
Dive into the backline. Cataclysm coming out. Remember, Hansama doesn't have a flash as Neon gets the kill on Trimby, and Hansama is the target. Hextech Ultimatum will help them get the kills. Inspires down. It's a double for Neon. Add one extra to the list as he takes three, and now Schalke, they pulled the trigger. They're looking for the Baron.
The most important thing, Gilius survived. They've got a smite. They're ready to go, and I think Larssen just tries to use the culling there to chunk out some players, and Schalke, they're going to slow things down, decide not to go onto the Baron.
They got two TPs.
Or they're going to TP back. No, you're absolutely right, man. A good catch on that one. And are there TPs to respond? No, Inspired in 20 seconds has a Weaver's Wall, but that is not going to be soon enough.
Odo, what can you do in this situation? If you can get a good taunt off, Larssen can open up with the big guns with the light slinger. Odo trying to step into the pit, but Rogue have given it up. Baron to Schalke, and with it, a 1,500 gold lead, 23 minutes. Broken Blade continues in the bottom lane.
Yeah, for Schalke, this Baron is all about taking, these turrets when they can and not dying in a side lane. Broken Blade is able to slip on out to outer turret. It usually means, well, that's going to be trouble for your Raptor camp, your Gromp camp. But once you lose inner, now your Wolves are in play as well here. And with no wave clear on the bot side, this turret might fall as well.
Now, Schalke know that Larssen was still in the top lane for a little while. Trimby stepping forward, jumping in. This is a 4v4 as Abbedagge is in the mid lane. Turret should fall, just needs one more auto attack. Gilius tanks up a couple of tower shots as they push forward for it.
Cataclysm, of course, that is going to be a bigger deal than the EQ flash combo, because I believe that if Rogue respect that, they can dodge away from that pretty easily. Trimby jumps in.
Gets the knock up, gets the quickness. That's a little bit of damage down onto Limit.
A lot of
damage down onto Limit, and Abbedagge is nowhere near this fight. Rogue find a pick, and Schalke lose their support incredibly quickly. Broken Blade here, pushing in the bottom lane as the Weaver's Wall comes out from Inspired, looking for the chase on towards that Camille. Broken Blade. Don't know if she has the wall dive. She does, as she dives away. Flashes back in. Here's the TP. Schalke looking to try to take a trade here in the bottom lane. As Abbedagge joins the fight. Inspired. Stand United onto him. A Killer Instinct from Neon, but the Stand United keeps Inspired alive until the Shockwave comes down.
And here's the rest of Rogue, Medic. They're here to party. Larssen and Trimby are ready for the fight. They don't have Hansama. He's fighting Gilius in mid.
I mean, they don't have a huge amount. Larssen's going to pop the culling, but Neon and Abbedagge can actually win out this 2v2 trade. odoamne does have the TP, and I'm looking to see if there's any wards behind Schalke. Kind of why I like the Rakan into the Rell matchup as Rogue just start up the Baron here. I'm not going to get to talk about Rell at all because Rogue have already got this down to 3,000 HP and Schalke are nowhere near it. Broken Blade isn't here. Gilius tries to get in. There's a Cataclysm. Shockwave comes out as well, and the damage is huge. Magnet Storm doing a huge amount of work as Larssen and Hansama try and get away, but Broken Blade's on the chase. Feather Storm, Flash, Hextech Ultimatum. Gilliam's still diving onto the back line as Killer Instinct comes out as well, and Neon is on the chase here as Broken Blade dives in once again. Schalke in a 3v1 will find the kill, and Rogue, you got the Baron, but you paid for it with your life.
They lost every single buff, and Schalke only lost one player. Schalke, they've got time too. They're going to march this minion wave up mid lane, and that may very well be the game.
It definitely could, as Schalke are trying to push in mid here. You can see Hansama up in 26, Trimby up in 7. The question is, do Schalke have enough damage to clear this one out? The inhibitor is their next target.
They've got
Nexus
it, Medic.
Towers are up next, and we asked you earlier, we asked you guys, are Schalke the best team in the league? Well, at the moment, they're definitely the Giant Slayers.
Yep.
Last week, yep, Bazenda says, and this week they take down the undefeated once again. Schalke defeat Rogue.
How about that? Rogue with a big lead for a lot of the early game, but it came down to the team fighting. Schalke finding those pivotal engagements, the first round mid and the second on that Baron buff where Rogue risked everything. A huge engage there at Aegilius and the rest of the team, and honestly in the 5v5s, it did not look very close for Rogue. Schalke outplayed.
I mean, there were times that it looked okay for Rogue. Like, there were times where I was like, oh, this is a good fight.